Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sunshine Unfiltered. This is episode 1 of our brand new podcast. This is where we get real about life behind the cart and share moments and stories that you don't always see on YouTube. Today's episode is extra special because I have none other than my very own daughter, Jaden, who is going to be interviewing me with all the questions that I've been getting from you, the viewers, and the amazing community we have built. Today, we'll be diving into my story, how I got here, and the moments that shaped me into who I am today.
Okay, one of the first questions I'm going to ask you is, what made you come up with the idea to run a hot dog cart and start a YouTube channel?
So to start the hot dog cart, most of you guys know that I did run a hot dog cart when I was a teenager, and I know Jaden knows this. I was probably 15, and it was one summer, and we had a neighbor who had a hot dog cart, and he needed someone to run it, and I was the perfect candidate at the time. So I ran it, and I had so much fun. I made really good money doing it, and then I moved on with life. And many years later, probably 20 years later, I had an old friend that was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing the hot dog cart again? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm in the corporate world. I have children. I have a college degree at this point. Like, no, it really hasn't crossed my mind, And then they're like, I remember how much money you made and like how much fun you had. And I started really thinking about it. I was like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it's something you girls could do with me, like on the weekends, like maybe a weekend gig thing. And so I thought about it, I decided to do it as like a part-time thing. And it turned into a very full-time thing and me quitting my job. And so here we are. And as for the YouTube part, back when I had the cleaning business, I used to have a cleaning business back in
like 2017, 2018.
Still have it though. It is still going.
And it was called Sunshine's Cleaning.
Yep.
Sunshine.
Yep, got to keep the sunshine going, the sunshine theme. And we still have our very first condo that we ever cleaned. I still have that condo to this day. Fun fact, Aunt Julie goes and cleans it. Yeah. And we still work with that same lady. I just can't let go of that one condo. So, but anyways, back when I started the cleaning company, me and one of my really good friends, Mickey, we ran the cleaning company together. And there were just so many funny moments, like hilarious, like us getting stuck in elevators and just so many fun moments. And I was like, man, I wish we would have like filmed that. But it was before the TikTok era. And so I missed that opportunity. So I really wanted to.
Because back when you started that, Musical.ly was still a thing. And that was with like, we were kids.
Yeah, you were like 12.
This whole time we're just like, and you don't even talk. You didn't even used to talk on Musical.ly. You get a duet from Selena Gomez or something and think, oh my gosh, I'm going to make it big. But it was literally just dancing and singing through lyrics that weren't yours. So.
Exactly. And then TikTok came along and I was like, man, we really missed our opportunity there. That would have been a lot of fun. So when I was going to start this, I was like, hey, I couldn't find a lot of information about the hot dog cart business when I was starting. So I thought, what a great opportunity to film the journey of getting set up and maybe help someone else along the way. Yeah. So that's how we got here.
Yay. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. That's a great first question. A great way to start off.
Yeah.
So the next one is going to lead up to, what has been your biggest challenge this entire time from start to finish, even to this day? What is your biggest challenge?
Editing.
Yeah.
Editing.
I can vouch for that.
You know how much time
Every
I
Sunday,
spend.
I watch the pressure of her hitting that post button. Every time.
Yeah. I'll be like 3 minutes. My video goes live in 3 minutes.
We went shopping the other day and she was like, guys, it's 12 minutes. 12 minutes until my video drops.
Yeah, for sure. It's the time spent editing is crazy. You know that behind the scenes, but YouTube takes... It's more than 50% of my job right now. Yes, the hot dog cart is there's a lot of work behind the scenes. There's a lot to do with the actual cart, but nothing beats the workload of YouTube. There's a lot more that goes into this than what most people see.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because like when it comes to the hot dog cart, like that is kind of a you thing. You can go out shopping on your own. You can do this, that by yourself. Mm-hmm. But the YouTube is thousands and thousands of people. And that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Like very crazy because, that's more than a whole football stadium. Like, I don't think people realize like where she just, catered to the Florida Georgia game. You guys fill up more than that stadium can hold.
That's so crazy.
And that's a crazy thing to like.
My brain can't comprehend it yet.
Yeah.
My brain.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to comprehend that, but that's how you know that you're slowly starting to build up. But with building up, you had to start somewhere.
Yes.
So my next question is going to be, how did you come up with your name and your menu items?
So the name Sunshine has always been a nickname. A nickname. People just naturally will be like, hey, Sunshine. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just always kind of stuck with me throughout the years. And it plays into the Florida vibes. Like we're true and true Florida girls. And well, she's not. She wishes she could be a North Carolina girl.
Yeah,
she was born in the wrong state.
I was.
But I am a true Florida girl. And so it just kind of plays into the sunshine theme, and that's where the name came from. As for menu items, I'll be real with you. I went with what I know. Yeah. So when I was a teenager and ran the hot dog cart, we had the regular dogs, the jumbo dogs, and sausage, and I literally just copy and pasted that because it was familiar and yeah.
If you could change anything about how you did things, what would that be and why?
So if I could change anything, I probably would have invested in a video editor from the jump, because now I'm like so attached to my work that it's really hard to let go.
Yeah. And like having somebody else do that would seem, like it's not you.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I love is that it's very real. What you see is what you get. If you come to the hot dog cart, you're going to see my tripod set up. You're going to see, you're going to have that same feel that I present when I edit. Yeah. And I don't want it to look overly edited and, overly produced. So, I'm struggling letting go. But had I done that in the beginning, it would have been easier.
Well, then you also have to think about that. If you had somebody else do it for you, would people know you as well as they do now? Probably
not.
Because editing is editing, but you have to think you do it your way. People are getting every piece of you that you want them to see.
True.
So if you had an editor, maybe they'd cut out some parts that you wanted to keep in, or they'd keep some parts that you wanted to cut out. So people are seeing you for who you really are and how you want to see them. Granted, there isn't a difference. Whatever she shows on YouTube is what she is at home. It's just she's a little scarier with a spatula in her hand. So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, the authentic, that's the word I was looking for, that authentic feel of like, it's really me. I'm going to have bloopers. I'm going to giggle when I shouldn't. Like those things I enjoy showing because it shows that I'm a real human. I'm just like 90% of people out there. And I really enjoy showing that to the world.
That's definitely interesting. And that's so cool to watch also, because there was one night I was falling asleep and I was having a hard time, but I just put on one of your videos and it was like, Mom was just cradling me to sleep like a little baby.
So sweet.
But no, because Damon works nights and so it's like, it gets a little lonely, but it's fun to watch you on YouTube and be like, guys, that's literally, she's 10 minutes away from me. Like she gave me life. That's such a weird thing.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Don't cry.
I'm going to try. I told myself I'm not going to cry.
Okay, this is going to be an emotional question. But if you could have a conversation with your younger self, what would you tell her? And like, how would you catch her up on things?
I would tell her that everything she's gone through or is going to go through, it's going to be okay because it's going to shape who you become as a woman. But yeah, I had a very unique upbringing and, it shaped me into the woman that I've become today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell her, just keep trucking because you're learning life. You're learning life right now and everything's valuable.
So if you're going through something, it will get better no matter what, as long as you push for it, because life can only get to rock bottom if you let it. So just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Right. So your next question is going to be, what is a goal that you haven't told anybody yet?
Ooh, this is a fun one. Okay, so everyone knows that I want to go to a food trailer, right? Okay, that's goal number one, but that's kind of a natural thing that's going to happen. I feel like if I keep working hard and all of that. But something unique that I would love to do, and I don't even think you know this as my daughter.
Yeah.
I think that customer service is a lost art. So many times you go to fast food places and the people are just checked out. They don't care. They don't care about their job. They don't care about any of that. But customer service is so important because, one smile, one conversation can change someone's day. It can change your day. It can change that person's day. I mean, I remember dragging myself into work sometimes. I mean, all throughout life, maybe a job I hated. And, I would try to leave my worry at the door and just give my best self while I was at work. And what that would always do is make me happy, because I'd start making other people happy, and that made me happy. And it's just like this viral happiness that goes. So short answer, that was kind of a long answer. So, but what I would love to do is build a training program and travel across the United States and give like 3-day training programs on just good customer service and teach people like, hey, leave your worries at the door, put out your best foot forward. And
I feel like that could be very like inspirational to people. And I feel like that would also be a great way to like do like, online, even with like, well, how do I say this? You could travel around, but being realistic, coming from my generation and the people that are under me, they feed into everything online.
Yeah.
Like these podcasts, like if you're sitting here watching and you have bad customer service, change it around.
Yeah, get better.
But no, because I mean, I used to work in customer service. I was literally like, my name title was customer service associate. And when I tell you that was one of the hardest things, so I can vouch for the people who walk in and it's just like they're blank, but it's because, you have to be in a good environment. So I feel what I thought you were going to say is, have your own employees, like your real true employees and, make something in a bigger, which I think would be a great idea, but it's all what comes to your mind and what you would like to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like for the younger generations, everything, they feed into what is online and what they see.
True.
So,
but I feel like that. I feel like they're like that because everything is online. Everything. Yeah. So we're losing that human connection. And that's what I think is the important thing. Like your generation there, you meet a new friend through Snapchat or something, and you don't get that face-to-face interaction with them. So that's what I would like to bring back is us 90s babies, 80s babies, bring that back of just good old face-to-face, like learning, because we're energy balls. Like we feed off of each other's energies. And so, I think that's super important. That would be super fun. And I love to travel.
Yeah, that is true. That's a great factor of it all as well. So your next question is, what is something that the YouTube fame has taught you?
Oh, that's a great question. The word fame has not sunken in with me yet. Yeah. People are asking for autographs and stuff, and that is just the craziest thing to me. It does not sink in at all. I'm still just such a normal girl and normal woman. Yeah. And so the fame part hasn't sunken in yet. But one thing I've learned from this, so if there's anyone out there that wants to start a YouTube channel or TikTok or whatever, being real. Be yourself. There's a subscriber on my YouTube channel who is going to see this. And there's a mix of content on their channel. One, they might be out feeding the chickens and there's like music playing in the background and some sticker filter on it or something. I saw those. And then I saw one where they were live and they were just making sandwiches at work. I sat there watching this man make sandwiches for the longest time, and he was being himself and authentic. And that's one thing, just be yourself, be real, be authentic, because someone out there will resonate with you.
Oh yeah, there's somebody for everybody.
There is someone for everybody. There is. And whether you're you don't feel like you have the personality for it, or you're grumpy, or someone out there is going to want to see your perspective. So if it's something you truly want to do, set that camera up, get to yapping, and you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
You literally never know what could happen. Because listen, the first time that I ever saw her video, I walked into the living room and I watched her and her fiance watching her first video. And I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, there's just no way. She posted it. She really posted it, because it's like watching yourself from when you make videos from like when you were 12 and you post something, you accidentally post it on YouTube, not thinking of the digital footprint that's going to follow you along in the years to come.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh gosh, because I just want to see her make it so bad, but I know how cruel the world can be today. Mm-hmm. But now I'm here. I'm like, okay, well, she did it. She's here now.
Wow. Yeah. It was super cringy, by the way, that very first video. I mean, I can't go back and look at any of them. I can't do it. But it was just real. It was realness, what I was going through. And lo and behold, it resonated with people, with you guys out there. And so
and
just
you got there quick. You got here very quick.
I did. And I say that humbly because I didn't know. I didn't know how quick it was or whatever. I'm not a big consumer of YouTube because I'm always just working. You know, I work so much that I rarely take time to settle down and watch YouTube. So I didn't know what was normal or not.
Yeah.
But when people started commenting like, we've never seen growth like this. And I'm like, wow. And
I haven't either. Mind you, I grew up on social media. You know, I was a generation that had YouTube. We had Vine, TikTok, Musical.ly, Instagram. We had all of these things. So we got to watch people start from nothing to something, you know, and it's literally insane how you got there. And that another reason why I did fame, quote unquote, was because I don't know if that's the right word. Like that is such an unhumble word.
Yeah.
Like, and because at the end of the day, there you have almost 100,000 people subscribed to you. That is a certain level of fame. You know, if you have people asking for an autograph and you literally have so much in your hands right now. That's literally what you would call fame.
No, that's scary. That's scary, y'all. But exciting, right?
Yeah.
Like so exciting.
But it's well deserved as well.
Thank you.
Because listen, y'all get to see what y'all see now, but y'all didn't see what I saw growing up. You know, she literally came from nothing and is now growing into something. And that's awesome to watch because, you know, I watched everything behind the scenes, how hard she worked for each step of her entrepreneurship. And I watched her, you know, fail a couple of times. I watched her succeed a lot of times, but nothing ever hit like this. So when she first thought of the hot dog cart, I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, there's something that I haven't ever seen before, but that is, you know, I find it ironic that was pretty much her $1 million idea.
Right?
Hot dogs.
A hot dog
you know, come get your hot dog. But
who would have thought?
You know, that I feel like is something that was true to you.
Yeah.
Because it played a huge part in your young livelihood.
Yeah.
And I feel like the idea also came around at the perfect time as well. You know, just to remind you that even though you did have an offsetting upbringing,
right,
you did find moments to make it good.
Yeah.
You've always had that ability. And I am always jealous of that. You have what do you call it when it starts with an O? It's like positive.
Optimistic.
You're the most optimistic person I've ever met in my entire life.
It's probably sickening sometimes.
It makes me mad because, like, what do you mean I don't have room to be sad in my life? Sometimes I just want to lay in some sadness and, you know, sleep in for a little bit longer, eat some ice cream, just cry to a sad tune or something. But then she's like, it's okay, let's go. And I'm just like, gosh. But, you know, that's literally... that is a gift to have because there's people who, you know, unfortunately can't get out of bed every day and do the things that you do.
Yeah.
But, you know, and everybody's different. Everybody's going to have different struggles every single day. And I know your struggles and not everybody is going to know them.
Right.
But the fact that you were able to get up every day and you made it to where you are now, that is a gift, a God-given gift, I will say.
Thank you. I'm not going to give up.
She won't.
I won't give up.
She really won't.
And if I fail at something, you know what? I learned something from it. Failure is not failure. Failure is feedback. So if you fail at something, who cares? Yeah, you might worry about a couple people on Facebook are going to notice that you're not doing one job anymore. You're doing a different one. Who cares? Keep trucking. Do you. And don't give up.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've like, because we have like the TikTok and everything, whatever. But some people just don't have it the way that you do, or like other people who are on social media do. Yeah, you have to have the right grit for it, you know, because it's hard. I've seen what it does, you know. Yeah, it is. Like I've seen the behind the scenes of not only her, but also other people as well who are on social media. And it's just like, ooh, that could hurt your feelings, or that could make you have the biggest ego in the entire world. Like I've watched it happened to so many people. But anyways, we must move on to the next question. Next question. Let me read it. How does it feel knowing that you've made your dreams come to life?
It feels incredible. Yeah. It's scary though.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of losing it. Yeah. Like I want to keep moving forward and keep growing and evolving. And it's a scary thing because when you have failed in life, you constantly have that, okay, what if something happens? What if it fails? But But yeah, I'm just super grateful for what all has happened up to this point. I'm grateful for everyone following along on the journey, and I'm just really excited to see where it goes from here.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And that's the hot dog and YouTube perspective. But in your personal life,
Mm-hmm.
how has this affected you?
I have this overwhelming sense of I'm finally where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, this happened at a perfect time. You and your sister are older. You know, Jaden, if you're new here, Jaden just recently moved out. She's a college student. She's 19 and her younger sister is 17. So, you know, for so much of my life, I was a mom. I mean, of course, I'm still a mom.
Yeah.
But I was in mom mode. I dropped them off at school. I picked them up from school. Of course, I had some help, Aunt Julie, Uncle Dob.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, I coached softball. We did softball practice, dance class. And that was my life. I lived, breathed everything for the girls. So now that they're older and I have this opportunity, it's really like
You can breathe.
I can breathe, and I can really, I still have a lot to give, and I can use that to fuel this, whatever this becomes.
Yeah. It's definitely mind-boggling. It really is.
For sure.
Where do you see yourself in a couple of years from now?
So goal number 1 is I really want to buy a house.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for the longest. I would love to have a garage, and I would love to have a pretty kitchen to be able to have the perfect angles, because I love to cook, and I would love to share that on YouTube as well. That's one thing. I definitely want to get a food trailer, get that running, get that ball rolling per se, and then maybe eventually have someone run it with Aunt Julie. I know Aunt Julie, she's a ride or die, so she's going to be there. And if she had one helper, then that would free me up, and I could, do more filming and
that's because I feel like that would be good for like your second channel, what you have, your Sunshine Eats TV.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, Sunshine Eats TV.
To it. But no, I feel like if you grew into something bigger, work-wise outside of YouTube, I feel like you could put in so much more time and make more, on YouTube.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you'd have more time to film. You've had more time to put into editing, so you could really, really, really get in there. Because, you have quite a bit of time for the editing, but it's not a whole lot.
Yeah, not anymore. It used to take me 4 days. I've got it down to 2 days, which is why I have room for the podcast, and I'm going to start throwing some videos on Sunshine Eats TV. So editing used to take 4 days of my time.
It literally did. Like I would always come in to bother her in her bedroom at night, and we just have our daily talks. But I knew when that door was closed and it was 8 p.m. and she hadn't texted me yet, I knew that she was in there locked in or having a breakdown, because she put in so much for this. Like, she truly did. Yeah. It was like, for the longest time, it was almost driving her nuts, because I could see that she just wanted to get the hang of it so badly. And, she had it. It was this close. Yeah. She did. And now she's finally getting it. And so it's like, thank goodness, because now she's not driving herself crazy anymore. Yeah.
And it was all new. And I didn't want YouTube to flop. They say YouTube is like a delicate flower, and you must water it. And it's very delicate, and you can mess up very quickly. You could lose it all like that. And when you have so much riding on the line, I mean, it was hard. Plus the cart itself, the hot dog cart, the shopping, the behind the scenes. But that stuff's fun for me. A day trip to Sam's and doing, that stuff's fun to me. But the editing was just literally driving me crazy sometimes.
Yeah. And I like, also, because you were so new to it, even it's hard. Okay. So you were very, very new to it, but you still had a big audience because by the time she was 3 months in, you had already had close to 40,000 subscribers. Yeah. Like that is insane. I've never seen that happen before. So, if for that to happen, you must be very, very deserving of that. And
thank you.
So the pressure was definitely real. For sure. You had every reason to feel the way that you did, and, whatever, but that was insane to watch.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride, folks.
Very wild. Very wild. Are you ready for the next question? Do you need tissues?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So what is your true backstory? Like, no holding back. What is your true backstory?
Ooh, we're getting deep here. Well, so I guess we'll start with little Shannon.
Yeah.
Little girl Shannon?
Little Shannon.
Okay, little Shannon. Little Shannon. So I grew up in a very challenging house setting, household. My mom tried her best to raise me and my brother alone. My dad was around, but because my mom and dad's very, very toxic relationship, I wasn't able to see my dad a lot until I was like in my teenage years. So I grew up with my mom. We often lived with my grandma, who that's where this tattoo comes in. It's a Queen of Hearts. It's a card game. Yep, Jaden's got one for her too. But we lived with my grandma a lot, and we would stay up playing cards all night. And she was great, but my grandma worked a lot. She had to work 2 jobs, and my mom had a terrible drug addiction my entire life, drugs and alcohol. And so when we did live outside of my grandmother's home, like if we lived with my mom, there were many times we didn't have electricity. There were many times we didn't have running water. I particularly remember my brother and I having to go across the street to our elementary school at night and bring buckets and use their water hose to get the water spigots to get water to come back and bathe with, because we literally a lot of times didn't have running water. So yeah, our home life was rough. My mom's addiction made her very mean at times. Sometimes she would destroy the entire house in a fit of rage, and just a lot of toxic stuff. But, rest her soul. I lost my mom last year, last October of 2024. So I know that there was a good person in there. There was a good person, your Nana, there was a very loving and attentive person deep down in there. But those drugs took that from her, or took that from us. They took that person away from us, and we just got a shell of what she truly was. We love her and miss her dearly. She tried, but she just could not fight those demons.
Some people they literally can't, as much as they want to, because it gets to the point where they're also dragging you down. That's when you kind of have to cut the cord and realize that, hey, it's not your fault. You did all you could do. Mm-hmm. And whatever path that they're going down is the path that they chose. Because there's options for them, for the most of them that I've encountered. Yeah. They have options to get help. Yeah. And they choose not to. And that is on them at that point. Yeah. Yeah.
At some point you do kind of have to let go, or else that negativity infiltrates your own life. Yeah. Like I know with my mother, there was a lot of times like I wanted her to be a part of things, but I didn't want you guys to grow up in the same toxic environment that I did. And which is why also I left home very young. I was 13, 14 when I left home, and, I lived with friends. I had a great teenage life. I mean, I had a blast, and I had a lot of people that loved me and took me in. Aunt Julie and my Uncle Jim were incredible, incredible people. I know if you guys watch Sunshine's Hotdogs, you've probably met Uncle Daw. And let me tell you, he was such an important staple. I mean, I remember the first time I realized like, wow, how important he was. My mom had dropped me off at softball practice, and she didn't come and pick me up. And the only phone number I could remember was Uncle Daw's, because I was like 7 or 8. Yeah. And I called him, and he kept me all week. And we went to the movies and Adventure Landing, and just the dinners, like just spoiled the crap out of me. And I was like, wow. I didn't even realize that my mom was on a binger and loved me. Yeah. I would have never known. And fast forward to years later, I mean, was also there for my girls and Aunt Julie, and they've both just been a very important part of my life. And, after my teenage years, my dad was able to come into my life, and my stepmom, Linda, like I've had some very valuable people in my life that helped shape who I am today and who we are. I mean, all of us, all three of us.
I tell you, after that How to Train Your Dragon movie came out, the second one, I'll tell you what, me and Uncle Daw, we went to the movies every single Saturday for months. Literally from the time they started viewing that at the theater, from the time that they stopped, we went and watched that movie, and we cried every single time Stoic died. Every time. It was so sad. And then we also would go to Adventure Landing all the time also, but unfortunately they took it down. I know. That was so sad. I drove past it once, and it was just boom, crumpled. That was so sad. No, he did play a very huge part, and I know your life, and I know mine as well.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So What has been your most challenging part about YouTube?
Besides editing.
Besides editing.
We know editing is number one. Number two, I have to give tribute to the haters because they're out there. I will say they're a trillion times less than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get so much hate. I had a fear of like people not liking me, fear of all that. But out of 1,000 comments, there might be 3 meanies.
Yeah.
But you just have to tell yourself that happy people don't hate and hating people aren't happy.
Yeah.
Right? So people that want to hurt people that want to hurt others, they are hurting themselves.
Yeah.
So it's actually a fun little thing I like to do is if there is someone that's not too terribly mean, they're just taking jabs, I like to actually soften them up and then bring them to the other side. And then they start being nice. And that's like one of my fun little games. The comments rarely get to me. Usually when I'm like, it's that one week of the month, I might be like, no, how dare you? Other than that, I don't care. But yeah, there's usually like a week through the month that they bother me. Yeah. But that's it.
I mean, that's granted also because you have to think we're human and things are going to get to us no matter how hard we're like, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. You may think about it on a lonely Tuesday night and you're like,
yeah, it's so sad. He said I was chunky.
But hey, you have to look at like the mass majority of the people that are supporting.
They're amazing.
And there's always going to be that one loser.
Oh,
like, yeah. And I don't, and that may sound offensive, but if you're going to sit there and hate on somebody so harshly because you just want to bring them down, it's because of jealousy. And I know that. And when she used to tell me, oh, they're just being mean because they're jealous, I'd be like, no, they're not. They're being mean. Like, yeah. But that's true. Jealousy is a real thing. And jealousy is a sickness.
It is.
It is.
It is. And anyone that will take time out of their day to go to someone who's literally so happy, like I'm a happy person. And I really try to spread joy and kindness. Yeah. And to try to tear at someone for no reason. Like who goes out of their way to say mean things? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I would never do that to someone. And it's unfortunate that there are people out there that do. But we just ignore the haters, right?
Ignore them. That's all you can do.
It's a vulnerable spot.
It definitely is.
Putting like yourself in front of the world is pretty darn vulnerable.
Yeah. Gosh. So the next question is going to be, what is something that you wish your audience knew about you personally and not as a business owner?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
So I think what I would most want everyone to know is that I am a normal person just like everyone else. I've had the same struggles, whether they be emotional struggles, financial struggles, business-related struggles. Like I have the same struggles as everyone else. And just know that like whatever your past is, that does not define who you have to become. You always have the chance to rewrite the next chapter. And just to know I'm normal just like everyone else. And you be normal too.
It's okay to be normal.
It's okay to be normal.
Even if you think you're weird, you're normal.
Yeah, be weird.
Being weird is being normal.
Yeah, be true to yourself. Whatever that is, be true to yourself and be kind. Be kind to others. Please. If you got it in you.
Yeah, if you must. Yeah, be kind.
Awesome.
So now I want you to think back to your hardest days of your career and what kept you going.
No questions asked, you and your sister.
Aww.
For sure. Yeah. My girls are my entire world. And you girls keep me going to where I say I cannot fail. Failure is not an option. And I'm going to show my girls that no matter what we go through, what we live in, where we live, whatever it is, no matter what happens, like we're just going to keep pushing forward and we got this. And you guys, I mean, Shane is a big, huge part of like a background cheerleader. Yeah. When I'm feeling crappy about myself, he's like, no, we're not doing that. You're beautiful. Keep going.
Yeah.
Just like the people in my corner cheering me on.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a little fun one. Would you ever be willing to create like a special little recipe hot dog for your customers to try for the vlog one day?
Yeah. I would totally
get
do
them
that.
to try the peanut butter and jelly dog.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Peanut butter and jelly dog to get into the vlog.
Ooh, hello, queen.
That's a good one.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
I like it.
I freaked myself out.
That was too good. You couldn't even handle the goodness.
No, it wasn't even that. I did something that was kind of cringed me out a little
That's
bit.
okay. It happens. Cringe happens.
Yeah, it's okay. To be cringe is to be free.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So, what is your favorite activity outside of work?
Beach. Darn, I should have let you guess it. Would you have guessed beach? Going to the beach?
Yes.
Or traveling?
Beach.
Okay, yeah. Beach is my favorite. But I'm starting to get like this. It's not funny. I'm starting to get this skin condition. It's called melasma, right? And I went to the dermatologist. So here's what happened.
She didn't wear her sunscreen.
But I do now.
Yeah.
So I've been a beach bum my entire life. Well, one time I tried to laser my mustache. Okay. I got a little peach fuzz, okay? And I tried to laser it. And then I got like these brown patches. So it looked like I had a legit stash. When before I just had some little blonde peach fuzz. Then it was like full-blown stash. Okay. So I go to the dermatologist about my new mustache and I had this dark spot on my head. And she's like, oh, honey, you have melasma. And I was like, wait, what? And apparently it's like this skin condition where you build up more melanin in certain spots. And the laser not only doesn't really help, but it can make it worse.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm terrified now. So it's like these brown patchy areas. The most concerning, I'll take it on my forehead, but just please take it off my lip because I don't want to walk around like I have a stash.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So I've been globbing on the sunscreen and I don't know how we got here. What was the original question?
What is your
favorite thing? But I still love the beach.
Wait, besides your melasma, I have a bleach spot.
Yeah, it's just like that.
I've had that my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like opposite.
All right, we're thinking back to one of the vlogs. Whenever you accidentally caught the hot dog cart on fire, what was your thought process in that moment?
Someone help. Like there's like a line of people and I just wanted to be like, me step away.
Guys, spread out.
Take Please help. Please help. Yeah, it's embarrassing. And I have this horrible fear of propane anyways.
Yeah.
And I've seen like these food truck explosions. So I'm terrified anyways. So just pure panic. Panic and hoping that someone would just come take over and I can just step back and watch them put it out.
Sometimes you have to be your own superhero.
Yeah.
Especially if you catch your hot dog cart. Twice.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened twice. Both times of which I had just started a live feed on YouTube. Ding.
No more live, guys. You can't have it. Okay. So if somebody came up to you and, you know, they had some questions on, you know, they wanted to start a business, a food business, street food.
Yeah.
What would you tell them? What advice would you give?
I would say I just created this course.
Oh, get to the course.
Yeah, so it's done. I'm just polishing it up. This wasn't planned, by the way, but we'll go ahead and insert this. But yeah, I would say take the course for one. It's going to be packed full of information for anyone wanting to get into the mobile food vending business of how to get licensed, set up, all the hard stuff that can be extremely overwhelming. But other than that, I would tell people it's going to feel overwhelming, but just take it step by step. Make a to-do list of everything that's required to start the business and just take it step by step. And if you need help, like shoot me an email. I've helped so many people behind the scenes free of charge just to help people get over that first like hump because I know it's intimidating. But yeah, you just make a to-do list and knock off things as you go.
Yes. And please do the course because I watched this woman literally freak out like I have to get this finished. I've been working on this for so long, blah blah blah. And she has put her heart and soul into this. So, and it's great advice. Like I've you know,
I'll send him a clip. Like, how's this sound?
How does this sound? Do I sound okay? Like, yes.
Can you understand what I'm teaching? Yeah, I poured a lot of this months into this and it will give you the tools that you need to at least start.
Yeah.
What you do with it from there, whatever, you know, maybe go be bigger and better than I would ever be. But it's just the tools to get started, which a lot of people I feel like need just to get over that little hump.
Because I mean, I guarantee you your journey probably would have been 100% way easier if you had somebody to follow along with.
Yeah.
And like, I had something I was going to say. I don't remember.
It's okay.
That's all right. So.
Yeah, totally. For sure.
What is one thing that you wish that you knew before you started?
I I think in an ode to YouTube, I didn't realize how supportive hundreds of thousands of people could be. You know, I expected some of the hate, right? That's natural. Social media, you're putting yourself out there, but I didn't realize on the other side, the mountain of people that would be there cheering you on. Like, I feel like I have an extended family.
Yeah,
I truly do. Like, I know a lot of these people by name or by their username. I know they're there every week. They're watching every week. And I never knew people could be so loyal.
Yeah. It's insane. Like, because whenever you think to like really, really, really big YouTubers, like for mine, like the boys and stuff, whenever I see the comments and stuff, they see that. They are real people.
Yeah,
you know, like every, and so that's another thing that leads back to the always be kind. These are real people and they see your comments.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it doesn't matter if they're like Mr. Beast level, they are going to see that mean comment.
Yeah.
Like, they probably look out for the mean ones more than the nice ones. So just watch what you say, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially to this one right here, specifically this one. So
that's right. You heard the girl.
Be nice.
Yeah. Super thankful for all the great folks, though.
Yeah, the majority of them are great. More than the majority of them.
98%.
Yeah.
Maybe 99% are just fabulous. Great ones.
I'm fairly new to this. Like, I've never really, like, not that I haven't paid attention, but for her YouTube audience, I don't know you guys like the way that she knows you.
Yeah.
So because the first time that I truly ever started to get to know you guys was one on that live. If you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, that was a personal. That was a personal live, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun on that one.
Yeah. And if you watch my videos every week, just know, like, I care. I see you. I hear you. And thank you. Thank you for being there and watching every week. It's just incredible.
Thank you, because you make her happy and you put food on our table.
That's right. This is a job now.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Every view counts. So let these videos play and every hour helps.
Yep. Put it on. Go let your kids play outside. Go throw the football with your son. Go cook some dinner. Do something. Just leave it playing and watch the ads.
Yeah, please.
All right. Last question of the day. What is next for Sunshine? You know, podcast, second channel.
Okay, yeah. So second channel definitely in the works, Sunshine Eats TV. So make sure you go subscribe over there. The content is coming soon. This podcast series I would love to do bi-weekly. And with the podcast, I hope to start interviewing other food truck owners, hot dog cart owners. And so it can help other people who want to get into the business and learn like the real in and out behind the scenes stuff. So that's a couple of things. And then other than that, who knows?
Yeah.
This has all happened so fast.
Yeah.
This has been incredibly fast, incredibly wild ride already. We're not even a year into this already. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Sunshine's Hot Dogs.
Thank you.
Questions answered. If you have more, drop them in the comments and maybe she'll answer them next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next time.
Absolutely. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for spending time with us today. And we will see you in the next one.
Yes.